In the middle of the Philadelphia Sports Complex, you are looking live at the city of brotherly love. WrestleMania weekend is upon us, and we are inside the Wells Fargo Center, right across the street from the link for the final SmackDown of the season. And right here tonight in Philly, it is a six-man tag team matchup as Dominik, Andrade, and Santos Escobar take on the Cruiserweight Champion Wesley, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio. Also tonight, the World Heavyweight Champion Drew McIntyre is set for a banger against the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. This should be a grueling contest just 48 hours before McIntyre defends the World Heavyweight Championship on WrestleMania Saturday. Wells Fargo Center on their feet as WrestleMania weekend is upon us, and one of the most popular superstars in the industry today is making his way down the aisle. 3 days before he defends the United States Championship, main event Jey Uso is in the house.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, main event, Jey Uso!
WrestleMania is live this Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, the kickoff shows for Noah Nation Gaming Channel members just 30 minutes prior. Jey Uso, who has held that United States Championship since October the 31st, Halloween night, he has contested against Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, Austin Theory, and more. But Jey Uso walks in to an interpromotional battle against Monday Night Raw's megastar, LA Knight, on Sunday at WrestleMania. But main event Jey Uso on the scene early here in Philadelphia, signed, sealed, and set for a one-on-one contest against one half of the family. The Don of SmackDown fell to the #1 contender LA Knight in recent weeks. Now he tries his luck against the champion himself. Tony D'Angelo meets Jey Uso.
And his opponent, accompanied by Channing Lorenzo, representing the D'Angelo family from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 240 pounds, Tony D'Angelo.
Jey Uso with his hands full tonight in Wells Fargo Center, but on Sunday in Lincoln Financial Field, he is one-on-one versus LA Knight, two of the most popular superstars in WWE today. It's the Yeah versus the Yeet for the red, white, blue, and gold. That is coming your way right across the street in Lincoln Financial Field, right here in Philadelphia on Sunday night at WrestleMania. For Jey Uso tonight, it is about keeping his momentum sky high, pretty much what it has been since Halloween night when he arrived on SmackDown and took out Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship. Jey Uso has welcomed any and all comers. LA Knight crossed the line from Raw to SmackDown right before the Elimination Chamber, found himself teaming up with Jey Uso in a tag team bout right here on Thursday nights. Many say that was the night that LA Knight took attention to the United States Championship. A week later, he walked down the aisle, stood into the eyes of Jey Uso, and we were on the road to WrestleMania. One man who has not taken too kindly to that is the man that Jey Uso is dealing with inside of the ropes tonight, and that is the Don of Thursday nights, Tony D'Angelo. D'Angelo family has certainly made their mark on SmackDown since debuting back in September, but a couple of recent losses starting to get the best of them. Tony D'Angelo looking to turn the family's momentum around tonight. Of course, D'Angelo, Tony D'Angelo, and Stacks at ringside were en route to #1 contendership for the tag team titles back in January. That came up short. And as we mentioned, the last time we saw Tony D on SmackDown in recent weeks, unfortunately fell right short of the finish line against the megastar LA Knight as well. Now right here in Philadelphia, Tony D'Angelo a little late to get the family involved with WrestleMania, but certainly has an opportunity to put himself at the front of the line for whoever the man is that leaves WrestleMania Sunday with the United States Championship. Tony D just dropping Jey right on the apron, and that is not going to go well for Jey in this matchup, and Jey's certainly going to be feeling that one on Sunday night at the Link. We are in the middle of the Philadelphia Sports Complex in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Lincoln Financial Field right across the street. Citizens Bank Park, the home of the Phillies, right over there as well. So much going on in this city this weekend, and it all kicks off with SmackDown on Thursday night. Saw Stacks putting his hands on Jey Uso moments ago, sending him back inside the ring, and Tony D'Angelo now trying to slow the pace of Jey Uso down. But Jey came to South Philly with other plans tonight. Jey Uso, as we mentioned, defeated Carmelo Hayes. He's retained that championship over J.D. McDonough, Austin Theory, Trick Williams as well. It's been a hell of a reign as the United States champion for Jey Uso, breaking out in the singles competition here on Thursday nights. Now Jey Uso walks into what may be his greatest challenge yet. That's a former Intercontinental champion in the megastar LA Knight, somebody who walked into last year's WrestleMania with that very Intercontinental gold. There's Jey and his brother Jimmy walked out of last year's WrestleMania as the World Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw. Now Jey re-enters the grandest stage with his own piece of hardware. Massive neck breaker to Tony D. There's a kick out that time. D'Angelo still in this fight, but Jey Uso starting to hit his groove. And Tony D may have rolled right into the drop zone. Here comes Uso with a tope suicida to the outside. Tony D looking like he doesn't know what hit him. Sent back inside the squared circle. Jey Uso scaling the ropes. Perched on top. Looking for a little Uso splash. An unsuccessful trip to Philadelphia for the family, but Jey Uso continues to be on top of his game en route to WrestleMania Sunday. What a victory for main event Jey Uso, the United States champion.
Here is your winner, main event, Jey Uso.
It has been an impressive reign thus far, and Jey Uso has a chance for yet another feather in his cap come Sunday night across the street in Lincoln Financial Field. And, oh, wait a minute here. Channing Lorenzo Stacks himself now inside of the ring, ambushing Jey Uso from behind. Well, Tony D'Angelo falling short to both champion and challenger in recent weeks, and now his running buddy in the family, Stacks, taking care of some family business. Oh, well, hold on here. LA Knight. LA Knight's in the house. A BFT. LA Knight coming to the aid of a man I'm sure he has loads of respect for, and that's his WrestleMania opponent. LA Knight taking care of his own business, and now Jey back inside the ring with the United States Championship in his hands. It's going down on Sunday. Coming up in 48 hours, the Women's World Championship will be on the line as Elimination Chamber match winner Iyo Sky runs it back with the champion Raquel Rodriguez. Let us take a look at the history between these two women as they approach this championship fight. Since its inception, the Women's World Championship has been the pinnacle of excellence on Thursday Night SmackDown. 3 names have etched their legacy into its history, and at WrestleMania, Iyo Sky looks to become the 4th, but Raquel Rodriguez is standing in her way. This journey is not new. Last June, Iyo Sky fought through 2 rounds of an unforgiving eliminator, earning her shot at Raquel Rodriguez at King of the Ring. It was a battle that helped define women's wrestling in 2024. Sky was moments away from victory, but on that night, Raquel proved to be the better woman. While Raquel moved on to new challengers, Iyo Sky found strength in numbers. Aligning with Asuka and a returning Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors became a force on SmackDown. Tag team gold, main event wars, but through it all, one battle remained unfinished. Their paths continued to cross in the chaos of war games, in battles for supremacy. Destiny kept bringing them back to one another. On the first SmackDown of 2025, Raquel Rodriguez once again stood atop the division, securing another reign as champion. But in the steel confines of the Elimination Chamber, Iyo Sky carved her own path back to destiny. The moment had arrived. One more shot. Now, 2 of SmackDown's very best will meet again. 2 warriors destined to collide, this time on the grandest stage. The battle lines have been drawn. The gold is on the line. Raquel Rodriguez, Iyo Sky, WrestleMania. Who will leave as Women's World Champion? An incredible matchup coming your way on Saturday for the Women's World title, but we got a 6-man tag right here live on SmackDown.
And from Dayton, Ohio, weighing in at 183 pounds, the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, Wesley has held the gold since November, and come Sunday, he puts it on the line on the grandest stage of them all. It is another interpromotional bout as Wesley defends the Cruiserweight Championship of the world against Monday Night Raw's Dirty Dominik Mysterio. Of course, it was just a few weeks ago in that interpromotional gauntlet matchup. The door was open and Dominik Mysterio walked right through it, entered last of a field of 10, and qualified to wrestle Wesley, for the Cruiserweight Championship on WrestleMania Sunday. Whether you like Dirty Dom or not, he played the game, and he gets his opportunity to hold gold once again in just a few nights. But an interesting situation here as Dominik Mysterio's on the opposite side of the ring from his own flesh and blood. Santos, Escobar, and Andrade will join Fraxium, as well as these 2 men, the Latino World Order, in what should be an epic triangle ladder match for the WWE Tag Team titles in just 48 hours in Lincoln Financial Field. WrestleMania weekend is here. The grandest stage approaches, and every man is looking to build last-minute momentum before the show of shows. And at a combined weight of 340 pounds, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee, the
It is a very interesting situation. You look at last year's WrestleMania, and Rey Mysterio was teaming up alongside Santos Escobar. The 2 men eventually went on to become WWE Tag Team Champions. When Santos Escobar went down with injury, Dragon Lee had joined the Latino World Order. Mysterio and Dragon went on to become Tag Team Champions as well. Of course, Fraxium outlasted Mysterio and Dragon back at the Royal Rumble in January to win the gold. Santos Escobar split apart from his LWO brothers, turning his back on Dragon, turning his back especially on Rey Mysterio, and aligning himself with El Idolo and Andrade. But here we go, the six-man tag team bout is underway in Philadelphia. So much great talent involved in this six-man tag team matchup tonight. Dirty Dominik Mysterio with an open invitation, thanks to being the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship, although he is Monday Night Raw property. Wesley looking to send a message to Dom. Over the top he goes! Incredible maneuver by the Cardiac Kid. Wesley now into the cover. And Dominik Mysterio able to survive. Wesley putting pedal to the metal in the opening moments of this matchup, telling Dominik Mysterio it is not going to be an easy task come Sunday night in Philly. Wesley winning the Cruiserweight Championship in the finals of the Cruiserweight Classic Tournament, winning the entire tournament, taking down Tyler Bate in the final round. He has retained that championship over TNA superstars Zachary Wentz, JD McDonough, and Chad Gable. Now Dominik Mysterio next to step up on Sunday night. There's a tag made to El Idolo Andrade, who approaches WrestleMania, which I'm sure a year ago when he made his WWE return was of the utmost highest importance to get onto that match card. Look at Andrade. You may not like his attitude, but he is full of incredible athletic maneuvers. Wesley came out hot after the opening bell, and he is getting met with that same energy from the other side of the ring. Oh, wait a minute here. Andrade, a couple of cheap shots on the masked superstars and spikes Rey Mysterio, and there's Wesley with a suicide dive. As expected, with the talent and the array of it in this six-man tag team matchup, all of these men are on absolute fire. WrestleMania looms this weekend, and every man is absolutely stock full of energy and looking to get that momentum on their side. I'm sure Axiom and Nathan Frazier are here in Wells Fargo Center watching this matchup, seeing Andrade and Escobar on the same side of the ring, looking at Mysterio and Dragon Lee that they've encountered in the past. Of course, it is a different kind of matchup on Saturday night. It is a ladder matchup. No pinfalls, no submissions, countouts, or disqualifications. The only way we are going to leave WrestleMania with tag team champions is when one of the individuals on these duos take down the gold that'll be hoisted in the sky. There's a tag made to Rey Mysterio going after his son, Dirty Dom. I am sure Mysterio is not pleased with the man Dominik has become on Monday Night Raw. These two men, no strangers to a little competition. Remember, they went one-on-one in the 2023 Cruiserweight Classic Tournament. Mysterio, or I should say Dominik, was the victor nearly 2 years ago. Dominik Mysterio walking into WrestleMania on Sunday to compete for the Cruiserweight Championship, a familiar setting that his father knows very well. As a matter of fact, as Santos Escobar gets tagged in and reignites this rivalry with Rey Mysterio, you look back at 2 years ago at WrestleMania, Santos falling short to Rey in a Cruiserweight Championship bout on WrestleMania Saturday 2023. So much history in years past between all these individuals, and so much new history to be written this weekend here in Philly. Santos takes down Wesley, only for Rey Mysterio to go high with the crossbody. And now a tag made to Dragon Lee. Both Dragon and Rey have suffered some unfortunate defeats in recent weeks to whether it's Santos Escobar or Andrade. So it's gotta feel damn near therapeutic getting in the ring with the Emperor of Lucha Libre tonight. Dragon Lee now sending Santos Escobar into the corner. Massive boot, Dragon Lee, impressive as all hell, as he always is. It's been a great addition to the SmackDown brand. Joined Thursday nights back in October. bursted on the scene from NXT, that appeared in the Cruiserweight Classic, went all the way to the semifinals, winning the WWE Tag Team titles with Rey Mysterio in a SmackDown debut. Dragon Lee has been nothing short of a success, but Santos Escobar has had about enough of it. Santos Escobar, I believe, is just pure jealous of Dragon Lee. That's another story for another time. Tag made to Andrade. Andrade and Dragon Lee locking horns. It's a singles matchup we have yet to see. I'm sure the world would love to see it in the near future. Getting in the midst of this tag team bout tonight, and of course they will clash again on Saturday when ladders are in play. Reversal by Dragon Lee into the pinfall scenario there. Olivelo pops the shoulder up. And this has been a fast-paced, exciting six-man tag team matchup in the middle of a sold-out Wells Fargo Center here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, right across the street from the link where WrestleMania takes place this weekend. Dragon Lee into the ring, and now a tag made to the other Lee, Wesley. Here they go, double team maneuver on Andrade, pair of kicks for Andrade's troubles. And now into the cover goes the Cruiserweight Champion of the world. Andrade able to survive. And Wesley has been on a great run ever since the fall, going through 4 rounds of the Cruiserweight Classic, winning the whole damn tournament back in November, becoming champion, defending it ever since. Will his momentum start to fizzle out right now and lead into Sunday where he meets Dirty Dom, a 3 Amigos by Elite Low. The champ in trouble! Hammerlock DDT by Andrade. Rey Mysterio refuses for that to be how this matchup finishes off. Wesley looking up at the lights of Wells Fargo Center. Dazed, confused, I'm sure in need of some ice. And now a tag made to Dirty Dom. Now Mysterio gonna rub salt into the wounds, looking for a 3 Amigos of his own. Wesley in all types of trouble. And into the cover, but you see Dragon Lee in the back half of your screen now, breaking things up. Wesley down and out, in need of a rally here, as the tag has been made to a former 3-time Cruiserweight champion in the Emperor of Lucha Libre, Santos Escobar. Tag back to Dominik Mysterio. Santos, Andrade, Dirty Dom working like a well-oiled machine at the current moment. Mysterio certainly has gotten comfortable with tag team and trios action, being aligned with the Judgment Day for the last year and change on Monday Night Raw. It's the Judgment Day with a loaded weekend come WrestleMania Sunday. Rhea Ripley challenging for the women's title. Priest and Balor inside Hell in a Cell with Rollins and Reigns. And Dom with his own situation to handle in the Cruiserweight Championship. Off the code red to Wesley, but they still have not found an answer to keep Lee down for a 3 count. Rushing leg sweep, and what this is doing is just beating down Wesley, who desperately is trying to crawl away. Mysterio on top. Wesley makes the tag to Dragon Lee. And now it's Dragon and Dom, your legal competitors. Powerbomb! And Mysterio able to kick out. Dragon Lee bursted on the scene the only way he knows how, with fireworks. And a knee. Dragon back into the cover on the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight title. Andrade now gonna refuse a decision. And all 6 of these men leaving everything they got inside the ring. And again, you gotta believe Nathan Frazier and Axiom watching somewhere from Wells Fargo Center, getting a last-minute scouting report on the LWO, as well as Santos and Andrade. There's a tag made to Rey Mysterio, who's looking to put the whooping on his son, but Dirty Dom makes the tag to Andrade. Rey and Andrade have met several times before. Andrade taking out Rey with that overhead throw. As a matter of fact, it was Andrade who pinned Rey Mysterio in singles action recently here on SmackDown. Now crossing paths again in this six-man tag. Mysterio. Wait a minute here. Trying to shoot Andrade off, but Andrade able to regain his balance. That's the veteran prowess of El Idolo. Loading on Mysterio that time. Man, oh, vicious neck breaker. Andrade in the corner. What a Pele kick. Mysterio on wobbly foundation. Delivers a forearm. Ray not going to be satisfied until he brings the 619 to Philadelphia. Springboard, splash, signature out of the arsenal of the Hall of Famer, Santos Escobar, ruining the fun here at Wells Fargo. Mysterio now, back to where he feels most comfortable, when the soles of his boots are off the ground. We go for a little seed and senton. And once more, a tag made to Dragon Lee as the LWO and the Cruiserweight Champion look to find an answer and put this matchup away. Dominik Mysterio now tagged in. See fatigue starting to set in a little bit with all these superstars. That WrestleMania fever is to a pitch here in Philadelphia. Dragon Lee, great strength shown, and he does it again into the bridge. Mysterio kicks out. Dirty Dominik Mysterio, who found luck just a few weeks ago, becoming #1 contender, not looking to see some of that luck go up in smoke here tonight. Off the crossbody. Dragon Lee now sent to enemy territory. Escobar, Andrade looking on at the man they meet at WrestleMania. There's a cheap shot that time, and a rake in the back. Oh, Dragon Lee getting physical. Closed fist. Operation Dragon on Dirty Dom. I think Andrade and Santos have had enough. They'll live to fight on Saturday. Dragon Lee secures the victory for his trio. An ever exciting six-man tag team matchup here on the final SmackDown of the season. The Cruiserweight Champion Wes Lee, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio victorious live in Philadelphia.
Here are your winners, the team of Wes Lee, Dragon Lee, and Rey Mysterio.
A great last-minute momentum builder for all three of these superstars ahead of their individual contest this weekend in Lincoln Financial Field. But also coming up on Saturday night at WrestleMania, will it be the final match in John Cena's legendary career as he puts it all on the line against the Ring General, Gunther, for the first time ever they meet one-on-one on WrestleMania Saturday. For over 20 years, John Cena has been the standard. A 16-time world champion, the franchise, the greatest of all time. But now, his career stands on the edge of oblivion. It was Gunther who drew the battle lines. Just months removed from losing the World Heavyweight Championship, the Ring General sought a direct path back to the top. And in his eyes, the path ran straight through John Cena. Gunther did not want just another championship. He wanted a legacy. He wanted to dismantle the man the world calls the absolute greatest. At Survivor Series, Cena fell short in his pursuit of history. But as he searched for a new path, he ran into the unstoppable force of Gunther. Gunther made sure Cena's road to redemption ended in disaster, and with every setback, something inside Cena reignited. A fire the world hadn't seen in years. Cena waged war. Imperium fell, but Gunther remained. At the Royal Rumble, Cena finally struck back. But for Gunther, it was never about a single battle. Both men clawed for one last shot at WrestleMania Gold. And at Elimination Chamber, both men watched their dreams slip away. For Gunther, that was the final straw. If he couldn't fight for gold at WrestleMania, he would fight for the next best thing. He would take away John Cena's Hall of Fame legendary career. Cena did not hesitate. He has chased one goal, a record-breaking 17th world title reign. But in his own words, if I can't beat Gunther, then I have no business chasing it. Everything is on the line. For the first time ever, John Cena versus Gunther. One man fights to cement his legacy. The other fights to erase it. At a WrestleMania, in a career-threatening match, will this be John Cena's final stand? Or will the franchise player prove that his time is far from up? Gunther, Cena, WrestleMania, the battle for immortality begins now. Can't get enough Universe mode? Well, now is your chance to secure a backstage pass to more Universe than ever before. Become a Noah Nation Gaming channel member and gain entry to exclusive kickoff shows before each and every premium live event. Also, witness bi-monthly house shows that directly affect your episodic viewing of Universe Mode. Also, take a peek behind the curtain and see how Universe Mode is brought to life each and every week. Hit the join button down below, become a Backstage Pass Noah Nation Gaming channel member, and get your front row seat to more Universe than ever before. Well, ladies and gentlemen, WrestleMania weekend is finally here, and it all kicks off in 48 hours in Lincoln Financial Field. For Noah Nation Gaming channel members, the WrestleMania Saturday kickoff show features the inauguration of the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. Liv Morgan will go one-on-one with Lyra Valkyria. Who makes history? Who's taking home the gold on WrestleMania Saturday? We move into the main show, available to the public in Philadelphia. Carmelo Hayes, one-on-one with Trick Williams. From best friends to bitter rivals. Melo stabbed Trick in the back. Trick Williams is out for his pound of flesh at WrestleMania. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez have made the last 12 months all about themselves. But now they meet Jade Cargill and the EST, Bianca Belair. The gold's on the line. From one pair of tag team gold to the other, Fraxium defends the WWE Tag Team Championship against the Latino World Order, as well as Andrade and Santos Escobar in a triangle ladder match on Saturday night. We are in the land of extreme, and it is a Philadelphia street fight where anything goes for the Intercontinental Championship, as Big Bronson Reed will defend that very gold against the street champ, Solo Sikoa. Anything can happen, and everything will. The Women's World Championship will be on the line. We took a closer look at the history between these two women earlier tonight. Now on Saturday, the Genius of the Sky, Iyo Sky, challenges Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's World title. Is it the end of the line of John Cena's 20-plus year career? The career-threatening match as the franchise goes all or nothing in a one-on-one first-time ever collision against one of the most dominating superstars in history, the Ring General, Gunther. And in the main event on Saturday night, it is a triple threat matchup for the World Heavyweight Championship. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Royal Rumble match winner Ilya Dragunov, and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre for the big gold belt. We look forward to Sunday for Noah Nation Gaming channel members on the kickoff show. The first ever Women's United States Champion will be crowned as the Sky Pirate Kairi Sane meets the irresistible force known as Nia Jax. Moving into the main card on Sunday night, the Apex Predator Randy Orton is out to stick it to Austin Theory, the man who put him on the shelf for months. Theory looking to use Randy Orton as a stepping stone to the top of this industry. It's a generation clash on Sunday. The Cruiserweight Championship of the world is on the line. Dominik Mysterio's momentum may have been halted moments ago. Will he be able to bounce back? He meets the Cardiac Kid, Wesley. Another first-time ever matchup, and the championship gold of the Cruiserweight division hangs in the balance. A one-on-one match courtesy of Monday Night Raw. The Harbinger of Doom, Karrion Kross, has left AJ Styles laying time and time again. Styles is out for payback. AJ meets one of the most dangerous superstars that Raw has to offer. And speaking of the Red Brand, the World Tag Team titles will be on the line. DIY pulled whatever strings they needed to get another round with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They get their wish as these two tandems meet on Sunday for the World Tag Team titles. We saw the final confrontation earlier tonight, and this Sunday, the bell will sound. The megastar LA Knight, the main event, Jey Uso. The United States Championship is on the line. It is the Yeah versus the Yeet in Philadelphia. Inside Devil's Playground, Hell in a Cell, Damian Priest and Finn Balor of the Judgment Day will go 2v2 against the visionary Seth freaking Rollins and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. The Women's Royal Rumble match winner, the Nightmare, Rhea Ripley, has been haunting Tiffany Stratton for months on Monday Night Raw. They finally meet for the WWE Women's Championship right across the street at the link. And in the main event of WrestleMania Saturday, the Elimination Chamber match winner, CM Punk, goes toe-to-toe against the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker for the undisputed WWE Championship. For some, WrestleMania is the culmination of dreams. The moment where careers are defined, legacies are cemented, and champions are immortalized. For others, it is a battlefield where grudges are settled, debts are paid, and redemption is earned through blood, sweat, and suffering. This year, the main event is more than just a fight for gold. It is personal. A story written in greed, gold, violence, and payback. Drew McIntyre, once the proud champion of WWE, has lost himself. No longer a man of honor, no longer the hero he once claimed to be. Now, he walks a destructive path, fueled by vengeance, paranoia, and an unquenchable thirst for gold. Ilya Dragunov, a warrior whose fire never dies. A man who welcomes pain, who thrives in the face of agony. There is no suffering that McIntyre can inflict that Ilya already hasn't endured himself. Knocked down, beaten, left for dead. But every time, the Mad Dragon rises again. And at WrestleMania, he fights not just for championship gold, but for vengeance. Then, there's Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, a man synonymous with defying the odds. From king to champion to a fallen soldier. His dreams crushed, his livelihood nearly taken. But Cody Rhodes is not a man who stays down for long. He fights with honor, he fights with pride, but when pushed to the edge, he will do whatever it takes to destroy those who stand in his way. And now, the man who nearly ended his career stands in his path once again. 3 men, 1 goal. They have won battles, but WrestleMania is the ultimate war. Can Ilya Dragunov finally exorcise the demons of his past? Will Cody Rhodes deliver the ultimate punishment to the man who caused him so much pain? Or does Drew McIntyre conquer these ghosts, silencing the doubters and walking out as champion once more. At WrestleMania, 3 warriors collide, every man for himself. Ilya Dragunov, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, for legacy, for revenge, for immortality, for the World Heavyweight Championship. The stage is set for the main event of WrestleMania Saturday, where this man will defend the World Heavyweight Championship. The Scottish Warrior, the Psychopath, Drew McIntyre.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre walks in to his 3rd straight main event for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. He has split the difference in terms of victory and defeat. But over the last year, we have witnessed Drew McIntyre's spiral into madness. His willingness to go to any depths to be World Heavyweight Champion. A path of destruction that paid off back in January in Madison Square Garden at the Royal Rumble. And although it may seem like the walls are closing in on Drew McIntyre as a triple threat with Cody Rhodes and Ilya Dragunov approaches on Saturday, we witnessed last month at the Elimination Chamber McIntyre outlast the numbers in a triple threat against Gunther and John Cena. This man is more dangerous than ever before, and that is just the way of the Warrior. Laser focused and ready to steamroll over the competition in hopes of leaving Philadelphia after this weekend, still your World Heavyweight Champion.
And his opponent from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Bruiser, Pete Dunne. But
before the bell sounds, in the main event of WrestleMania Saturday, Drew McIntyre is set for what will be nothing short of an invigorating fight in the middle of Philadelphia. You are looking at a certified Broad Street bully that comes all the way from across the pond. The Bruiserweight Pete Dunne knows what it's like to dance at the grandest stage, and as a matter of fact, knows what it's like to feel the wrath of the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. 2 years ago, in Tampa at WrestleMania, Pete Dunne lost the Intercontinental Championship to Ilya Dragunov in a physical fight. Ilya has only become more dangerous ever since. He walks into his 3rd straight WrestleMania for the 3rd time competing for gold, this time in the main event for the World Heavyweight title. There is so much riding on the triple threat matchup come Saturday, but McIntyre with one more chapter left to be written en route to the main event as the bell has sounded here in Wells Fargo Center. McIntyre one-on-one with the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. We are 2 days away from our trip right across the street at Lincoln Financial Field commencing. WrestleMania weekend has begun here in Philadelphia, and what an exciting night it has already been on SmackDown. This is, of course, the final SmackDown of the season. And when the next season will kick off, we will find out this coming weekend at WrestleMania. Official announcement to come. But as for Pete Dunne right now, he's got Drew McIntyre up against the ropes, and it's a massive opportunity at hand. McIntyre's mind, it's one thing to say is already in Philadelphia, but we are currently residing in Philly, but McIntyre's mind may already be across the street at WrestleMania and what he's going to have to do to survive a very fueled American Nightmare and a raged Ilya Dragunov come Saturday. McIntyre going to have to bring his damnedest as he tries to muscle down Pete Dunne with a rare submission hold out of the arsenal of the World Heavyweight Champion. Goes to show you that McIntyre may be trying to get this matchup done in a hurry and preserve any energy he has for what is going to be a war on Saturday night. So think about triple threat matches, man. They are not meant to be long, drawn-out wars. When you're in there with that extra body, it's a completely different story than a one-on-one matchup. Fatigue sets in hell of a lot earlier. Your body starts to break down way earlier than a one-on-one affair. A triple threat matchup where you have to have eyes in the back of your head, easier said than done. It is certainly meant to have a definitive winner and break down the other two in result. There's no telling what is going to happen in the main event on Saturday night. I'm sure Drew McIntyre is going to use Pete Dunne as a last-ditch message to his two challengers in Cody Rhodes and Ilya Dragunov. McIntyre has found himself entangled with those two superstars ever since last summer, ever since he ambushed Ilya Dragunov with a heinous assault in the closing moments of Money in the Bank last July. That night, little did we know, would kick off a long journey to what culminates this Saturday night right here in Philly. McIntyre's hell-bent pursuit on winning back the World Heavyweight Championship, of course, culminated back at the Royal Rumble, tearing down bodies like Dragunov and Cody in the process. Little did McIntyre realize that those two men were going to keep on standing and come back for another round. Pete Dunne with McIntyre on wobbly legs and drops the elbow. All this talk about what's going to happen on Saturday in the triple threat matchup, but Pete Dunne's got the opportunity of a lifetime here. Unfortunately not finding himself on the WrestleMania marquee, but right here in the city of brotherly love where all the eyes of the world reside this weekend, Pete Dunne is one-on-one with the World Heavyweight Champion of this industry. And if he can get the job done, what a win it could be for the Bruiserweight. Not if McIntyre's got anything to say about it. Off the air raid crash, but Pete Dunne's still alive. McIntyre in the corner, looking to bring this matchup to a halt with a Claymore. Pete Dunne had it scouted. McIntyre crash and burn. Inside cradle now by a former champion in his own right. And McIntyre able to muscle himself out of there. Pete Dunne with a chance to upset the World Heavyweight Champion 2 days before McIntyre main events his third straight WrestleMania for that very gold. 2 years ago, McIntyre defeated Seth Rollins on WrestleMania Saturday to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Last year, he fell short to the ring general Gunther as the challenger for said gold. Now the championship once again resides with the Scottish Warrior himself, and he's got two fired-up challengers gunning for his back. Right now, he's just got to get Pete Dunne off his tail. Dunne clearly did his homework coming into this matchup, and McIntyre mentally may not be focused on the task at hand. It's one thing to go through the motions inside of that ring, but if McIntyre's mind is not on Pete Dunne, well, Dunne has the opportunity to catch Drew slipping and score a victory here in Wells Fargo Center. Pete Dunne just trying to get to his feet, all the while Drew McIntyre on his tail, ragdolling the much smaller individual, and a massive shot right to the chest. I'm sure Cody Rhodes and Ilya Dragunov are getting all the rest and recuperation that they can after weeks and months of battling with several of SmackDown superstars. Sheamus, of course, is well involved with Drew McIntyre. They've met each other recently at Saturday night's main event. Now they sit back as watches McIntyre competes one more time before WrestleMania. It's not necessarily a scouting report because they know Drew may be as good as McIntyre knows himself. McIntyre still unable to put a former NXT United Kingdom champion, a former Intercontinental champion, and tag team champion away as Pete Dunne now with an exposed knee right to the dome. Scaling the ropes, Drew McIntyre trying to catch him. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide from that Bruiserweight offense. And Pete Dunne looking to bring this matchup to a bitter end. Taking down the world champion. Into the cover he goes. McIntyre survives. Pete Dunne giving Drew a fight. And Philadelphia is loving it. Drew McIntyre trying to get to his feet, but Pete Dunne just using that vintage bruiserweight offense to ensure that the world champion's got nowhere he can go. Drew McIntyre rolled to the outside. Maybe looking for some R&R, trying to reset and refocus, but Pete Dunne comes off the apron with a senton. McIntyre in a middle of a Broad Street beatdown. And Pete Dunne looking for the full mount, looking for the forearms to the back, nails 2 of them. McIntyre looking lifeless inside of that ring. I'll tell you what, the world champion may be on the verge of an upsetting loss 2 days before he enters the WrestleMania main event. McIntyre creates the distance in a shoulder block. The size and power of Drew coming back to benefit him there. And now the Scottish Warrior, another shoulder block there, just trying to take the life out of the bruiserweight. Oh no, McIntyre looking for a future shock DDT. We don't see it often, but when we do, it always leads to victory. McIntyre on top of the world.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
We said it before, we'll say it again. Destruction is just the way of the Warrior. And in 48 hours, Drew McIntyre enters his 3rd straight WrestleMania main event. He defends the World Heavyweight Championship against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, against the Royal Rumble match winner Ilya Dragunov. Or are the walls closing in on the Scottish Warrior? We find out this Saturday. We will see you at Lincoln Financial Field. We will see you at WrestleMania!